Okay, when I was putting together those slides of work that we've done in the studio, I came across that student's work who had done the Adams family design, and it's in a style that we called a toile. The full name is Toile de Jouer. It's named after a place in France. And so this is kind of a very typical toile that they tend to depict a historic or ethnographic scene. And you can see the complexity on this, that the earliest ones were, in fact, copperplate etchings. Now, I don't worry about the, extreme detail. I just wanted to give you the sort of impression of this style where it's sort of these little vignettes from scene to scene. And I don't know, there's something very charming about it. And it's also been a device that a lot of artists have used. And I thought, oh, maybe this is something we could do. This is just from our own textile collection. And as I note here, I unfortunately didn't take a picture of the entire repeat, but you kind of get the idea of these. So I have actually done some toile-like designs. So this is one of what always happens is I have to do a large screen print demo in class, and I'm like, oh, well, I might as well actually, design something myself. And so for a while now, I've been really interested in these vintage Matchbox labels. And so this one's from a while ago, but it's definitely got that toile-like feel where, little scenes. And I was just trying to pull these off my phone. So I don't have great pictures. This is a more recent one, done about 2 years ago. Again, similar feel. I'm really, one of my things is about matches and light and insects being drawn to light, but then also, matches are the causes of fires and the whole global warming thing. So it's something I've been working on for a little while. So anyway, point being that I have done toile-like designs, and I thought, oh, maybe that's something that we could do. And so I thought I'd just show you some other toiles. This happens to be by Mike D from the Beastie Boys, Brooklyn Toile. So a lot of fun. Sheila Bridges, she's African American, and she did this Harlem toile. So it's something that can be very subversive. Obviously in this case, it looks very colonial, yet there's a boombox. If you see on the yellow version, there's a boombox. People are dancing to the boombox, playing basketball. I did want to point out, so this was, I think, done, there's a big studio in Brooklyn in Red Hook where I think that this was actually printed. And they are actually printing that background blue color. That is not something we could do. It's just really with the dyes and or pigments we use, if you overlap, it looks terrible. So I'm not exactly sure what they're using, but I did want to point out that that's not a possibility. I really just wanted to show you this to talk about the, potential to surprise people with these. And then this was just, kind of crazy. These are a bunch of ones that I found online, the alien invasion toile. So I tried to get a detail to kind of show you what's going on and then how it looks in repeat, which would obviously be my job. This Christmas toile where the dog and cat seem to be getting into everything. This was kind of funny, Salem witch trials and a Bigfoot toile. And then I thought, well, this might seem a little, maybe less intimidating than the first ones, which had all that detail because of the etching. Since you're going to cut blocks, I thought it might be really great to look at the Folly Cove designers. Um, they were started by a woman by the name of Virginia Lee Burton, who's a very well known illustrator. She, maybe as a child, you read Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel. That was one of her books, which she illustrated. And then she went on to, in New England, to gather this community that worked together to create these very I don't know, delightful designs, but they were all linoleum block cut and certainly a hell of a lot of detail. Pretty amazing. This one I wanted to show you because I remember when we were talking and you talked about how the patterns on the insects and how there could be this kind of back and forth. Anyway, this is probably one of the most famous one called gossip, sort of neighborhood gossip. But all linoleum block. There are actually pictures of them jumping on the blocks to get really good prints. Uh, so anyway, I just thought that might be inspirational as well. Okay, I'll leave it at that.